Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be, of course, reading out of that old King James Bible, be reading out of the Old Testament and out of the New Testament, to the law and to the testimony. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. All right. Also be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title, When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory. I am going to share these scriptures with you right quick. You can jot them down if you like. But yeah, oh, make sure I didn't mess that up. Hold on just a second. I think I hit something I shouldn't have. Just a second here. Okay, I think I got it. Me too. But yeah, that's the thing, people. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory. Now, who is the Son of Man? That is Jesus. Okay, even the Lord God of Israel. All right. And when he come, we're gonna show you some things that he's gonna do. Now, I want you to pay close attention to these scriptures, and now you might just get a little, might get shaken up a little bit, because a lot of people just simply don't know. They thinking the Lord gonna come back and pat everybody on the shoulder and rub them on the back, shake the hand, and all kinds of stuff. Is just that. Mm-mm. No, he's not coming back here to do that. We're gonna show you what he's gonna do. He's coming back here and gonna wreak some havoc upon this earth. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this, and I want you to pay attention to it. And I'm hoping that it will encourage you to sit down and read this book for yourself and find out all the things the Lord gonna do when he get here. We're just gonna read a few. We're not gonna read them all because it's a lot of stuff Lord gonna do when he get here, and it's a lot of stuff, a lot of devastation is gonna be brought upon this earth before he get here as well. Okay, but in any case, I'm gonna stop sharing these, and we are going to go over these scriptures and take a look at it. See, can we get just a tad bit of understanding, man? Because these cats that you hold in high esteem, they have told you things, got you believing the Lord is coming back here, that he love everybody, and he don't hurt nobody. Look, I'm finna introduce you to the true and living God and what he's gonna do when he come in his glory. All right. But now let's take a look at it. Let's start this in Matthew's the 25th chapter, and I'm gonna start reading at verse 31. And it reads, listen, all of this I'm finna read is in red. This is Jesus speaking himself, all right? Okay. Matthew 25 and 31, and it reads, look, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Now, whose throne is he going to sit upon? He's going to be sitting upon David's throne, even King David, all right? And where's that throne going to be? In Jerusalem, all right? Now, verse 32, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Okay, listen. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left hand. Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. You know, when the Lord told him, he left here and he said, I go and I prepare a place for you, and where I am, you may be also. That's that kingdom he prepared for you, and it's gonna be coming down here to this earth. All right. But look what he told him, man. Come blessed of my father, and inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Ain't that something? Now, let's see what he gonna tell these guys on the left hand, them goats. Verse 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire. Mm, Prepared for the devil and his angels. All right. So that lake of fire is going to be prepared for the Satan and his evil angels, his minion. But man done messed up so bad that they going in it too. Okay? Those that have transgressed against God, people. All right? So you see there, when he come, he gonna do that. All right? But let's go a little further here. Let's go over here right quick to Zechariah, the 14th chapter. And I'm gonna start reading at verse 1, all right? Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations, look at that, I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity. All right. And the residue of the people, the rest of the people, shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. Man, so you mean the Lord coming back here doing some fighting? Yes, sir. Now, look like he coming back here rubbing somebody on the back or patting them on the shoulder. He coming back here doing some battling. We're going to show you something else he going to do too. Look, verse 4. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives. Oh, he ain't going to come down and stop in midair and grab some people and take them back up to heaven. He said his feet gonna stand on that Mount of Olives. That's the same place his feet was before he left here nearly 2,000 years ago. All right, but he coming right back down on that mountain. All right, and let me see. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west, and there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it towards the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azel. Yeah, ye shall flee, like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. Now, where did he get those saints from? Those are the ones that was so blessed, made that first resurrection, went up there and met the Lord in midair. Okay? They didn't go up there and meet him in heaven. He left heaven. They said, when the Lord our God shall come. They met in the air, in the clouds. And he said, so shall they ever be with him. Where at? Where did he say he's gonna be? When the Lord make his descent, people, he ain't going back to heaven. He coming right on down here on this earth, and his feet gonna stand on the Mount of Olives. Okay? So now I hope that we got that cleared up. Okay. But let's see. Let me read hold on, let me read a couple more verses here. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. Man, I don't know what a day like that gonna look like. You know? But I tell you what, it ain't gonna be that nice, I can tell you that. A lot of people say, oh, I'll be so glad when the Lord get here. You want to bet? Let's go take a look at this right here. Boy, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you want to say that. When the Lord come in his glory, it's going to be a terrible day. Let's see this. Look at it. This is Amos, the 5th chapter. I'm going to start reading, let's see, at verse 18. And it reads, listen. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Yeah. To what end is it for you? So, you see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be wishing upon that day. All right. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion. This guy was running from a lion, right? Look. And a bear met him. Oh, man. Look. Or went into the house. Oh, I done made it in the house. Look. And leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Ain't that something? You ain't getting away from this, people. Tell you when the Lord come, boy. Ooh, boy, you done messed up. He gonna get you. Look, 21. I'm sorry, not 21. Where we going here? Let's see, verse, that was it. Hold on. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Oh, you man, it's gonna be a terrible day, people. But let's go right over here and look at let's go to Joel right quick. Going to Joel, the second chapter, and I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna start reading at verse 1. And it reads, listen, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Now, where is Zion? That is Jerusalem. Okay. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the earth, of the land tremble. Mm. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, and it is even nearer now, people. We are right up on it. Okay, because God only gave, man, what was it? Uh 7 days in this flesh and blood body. Okay. And 6 days to get this thing right. Okay. And we talking about thousands of years here. When I say 6 days, we talking 6,000 years, because one day to the Lord is as one day. Okay. And it's like a watching the night to the Lord. 1,000 years, one day. That's why I say 6 days. Okay. But look, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there has not been ever the like, and never been a day like this before. Look, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. There will never be a day like that no more, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a terrible day, people. Terrible day. Verse 10. Look, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Boy, that's going to be a day. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executes his word, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. And who can abide in it? See that? Or when the Lord come and the Son of Man come in his glory, it is going to be devastating. And these pastors, they're not reading this stuff to you, man. You need to read this stuff, people. Find out. Because you in for a big shock. You think you're going to get raptured off to heaven before all of this happens? And people ain't ready for this. Oh, they ain't aware of it. But there is. You know what? If the guy would sit down and quit holding the truth in unrighteousness and tell you these things, the Lord said he done showed them the truth. But they rather hold the truth in unrighteousness. But if they tell you, it kind of gets you walking in the right direction and stop doing all that sinning. Okay? Because if you don't get on the good side of the Lord before all this happens, man, you're going to have yourself a problem. All right? But let's take a look at this right here. Let's go to Isaiah right quick. On Isaiah 66. I have to read a little bit of future, some more future to you right here. Okay. This is Isaiah 66, and I'm going to start reading at verse 15. And it reads, for behold, the Lord will come with fire. Have he came yet? Nope. He ain't came with fire yet. All right. So these cats talking about the Old Testament been fulfilled. This ain't been fulfilled yet. All right. But look, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger and fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. We see what kind of pleading he talking about. Look, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. He ain't talking about coming, oh, please, come on now, y'all do what I say. He coming back doing some killing, people. All right? Look, 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst. Now, what tree is that? Who was in the Garden of Eden? It was Adam, Eve, Jesus, and Satan. And y'all gonna hide behind this cat and do your little devilment? Look at what it say right here. Eating swine's flesh. What's swine's flesh? That's that pork, ain't it? That good old honey glazed ham and that old smoked pork chop and that pork bacon and pork sausage, pork loin, pork ears, pork feet, all of that. Mm, you eating that stuff. This is future we're reading here now. All right. Look what you say. And the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So you still eating that stuff? When the Lord come, look what he say. He gonna consume you too. You gonna be consumed just like the others. He gonna slay, because he said the slain of the Lord shall be many. You don't want to be in that number. Okay. So look, you got these cats telling you that you can eat anything. All you got to do is pray over it. Look, what they read over in Paul and twisted it around so they can eat what they want to eat because it's convenient, right? This is way beyond that. This is future here beyond that. What they read over there, what Paul wrote. Okay. So now the Lord didn't do away with his dietary law. It still consists as of today. All right. So now, verse 18. For I know thy works and thy thoughts. Lord know what you're doing, and he know your thoughts. He looked right into that brain. He know what you're thinking. God made it. You think he can't read it? Look, it shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. You see what kind of glory he talking about here, don't you? Tell you something, people, when the Son of Man come in his glory, ooh, watch out. All right. Well, let's go back over here right quick. Let's go right over here to excuse me. Let's go to Micah. Go to Micah right quick here. You see that Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Michael. Here we go. Going to Micah, the fifth chapter, and I'm going to start reading at let's see, verse 9. And it reads, listen, thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries. Look, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off the horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off the cities of the land of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers, all them old palm readers and all them cats like that. Take you out. All right. Gotta get away from that. Look, thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hand, and I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities. All right. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathens with the heathen nations, all right, such as they have not heard. Boy, they ain't never seen nothing like this, boy. I'm telling you something. You think war, the stuff they doing in war, shoot, that is child's play compared to what the Lord gonna bring upon the face of this earth when he come down here with his fury, all right? So keep that in mind, people, all right? Let's go over here, man. Let's go over here to Proverbs right quick. Going to Proverbs 1, and I'm starting reading at verse 5. Now listen, a wise man will hear, okay, and will increase learning. Excuse me. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. Okay, you listen, got to hear this. All right. Verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Look at that. But fools despise wisdom and instructions. Man, we're trying to give you some knowledge and get you some instructions right here. But hey, I just hope and pray you're listening and take heed to it. All right. Now, verse 22. Listen, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in not scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Look, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Listen to the Lord, man. Do what he say, man. He said he will pour out his spirit unto you. Man, he will make known these words to you. Sit down and read this book. Get to know this God, man. Learn to fear him. Okay, because you seen what some of the stuff he gonna do when he come. If you on his bad side, I'm just saying, you don't want to be there. Not on his bad side. Because people simply do not know the God of this Bible. Only God they ever known about was that God that of Sunday that lets you do anything you want to do and think you're going to waltz your way right on into God's kingdom in Jerusalem. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, people. I'm telling you. All right. But let's go take a look at this. It's got a couple more places right quick. Going over here to Revelation. On the Revelation, the 16th chapter. Yeah, I got one verse over there I want to show you. This is Revelation 16, and yeah, one verse. This is in red. This is verse 15. It's in red. It's Jesus speaking himself right here. Listen. Behold, I come as a thief. Look, blessed is he that watcheth. Okay, keep them eyes open. Look, and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. What are you talking about walking naked? No, man, he ain't talking about walking with no clothes on. He talking about without any knowledge. Got to get some know-how. All right. Got to get that knowledge so you don't be walking around naked and get yourself caught up in all this stuff that's going to come down on this earth when the Lord come. All right. So read this book and get some knowledge, people. All right. So you don't walk around being naked. All right. Now let's go to this last place right quick. We'll run back over here to Matthew's 25. And back to Matthew 25. And I got one verse I want to read right here. This is verse 13. And it reads, let's say we said him, be watchful, right? But look, he said, watch therefore. This is Jesus speaking too. This is in red as well. Okay, this is Matthew 25 and 13. Look, watch therefore, for ye know not the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. He could come for you before he cracked that sky. Okay, but he telling you to watch. Okay, keep your eyes on. Keep your eyes on what's going on over here. Read this book. The Lord gave you signs, let you know when he's coming. All right. I tell you, man, one of the things is right there in Matthew 24th chapter, right there. I can read, but I just quoted to you. It say, when you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation staying in the holy place, spoken of by the book of spoken of in the book of Daniel. Hey, you better know what to do. You better flee. Okay, and where you gonna flee to? You don't know. Read this book. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you something, people. Keep your eyes on. He said, watch therefore. Right? So now I hope that this kind of enlighten you on a few things. So you won't keep thinking that Lord coming back here, man, he gonna set you on his knee and pat you on the head. No, that's not gonna happen. When he coming back here angry, and he is going to wreak some havoc upon this earth. Okay, and he's gonna do a whole lot of killing. All right. So remember that. And I hope you understood this. So with that food for thought, think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.